it allowed me to say, oh, I love basketball, but this is something where I can be the best at. I went to like embrace his accomplishments too and realize that if he wasn't there, I wouldn't be here. I pray a lot right before I race or even after I race. It's something where it'll calm me down. They're getting someone who actually cares about what they're doing and who they talk to and who they love.
Eric Johnson here for another episode of Around the Way with EJ. I am excited and delighted for this next guest. We have been trying to get this one going in the works for quite a while, but the one and only Leila Haley, a recent graduate of Christiansburg High School. Leila, appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, this is great. This is great. Like I said, we've watched your career flourish from the time you've stepped on the track or any other sport really that you've taken a part of. And it's come to a great ending, but also a great next chapter. So tell me where you are here this summer. Where's your mindset at now as you finish high school, but yet get ready for yet another great challenge in what is college?
Well, finishing high school and finishing with 3 state championships, it definitely has resetted my mind to proving myself that I can be here and I can do this. And I have like a few weeks left before I get to Davidson, and just having to put in the effort this summer to make sure that I'm prepared for D1 college level track. It's definitely going to be a huge difference, but I'm very excited to get to where I'm going.
I love the scene we had on official signing day. I know you committed late 2024, but the official signing day, of course, just a few months ago, you had family, you had friends, but it looked like a group of folks that have been with you from the very beginning. Can you share that moment, what that was like to not only officially get that taken care of, but to also have that love and support right there behind you?
Definitely for signing, it was a big thought process that I had to go through, and I wasn't necessarily sure if, like, at first, if this is where I wanted to be, but after signing day, it was definitely proven that I have all the support behind me. I have all my friends, my family, and seeing people who I've been running track with since middle school, it definitely did something to me, and I was like, oh, well, yeah, these are people who I love and who I care for, and they're actually going to support me, whether it be in high school and now ending high school and then going on to college. It's definitely a big experience to have gone through.
Take me back a bit. When did you first realize, all right, I think track is going to be the sport that I'm gonna excel at, I'm gonna put my all into?
I think it was after last season's outdoor. I had gotten 3rd in the 400, and I was like, I know that I could do better than that. And at the time, I was still playing basketball, so when it came to indoor that next year, I was like, okay, I need to just quit basketball and like focus on what I'm doing best. And it definitely paid off, because in indoor, that's when I really saw that this is what I really needed to be doing.
Did it help at first at all to have basketball to lean on in the fall and then come, do your thing in outdoor? Or did you truly say, you know what, man, if I had done this a couple of years ago, I might have been even better?
Well, it definitely did. I didn't run indoor my freshman years. I didn't even know like it was really a thing. And so playing basketball during that fall or even during like the winter part, it made me more just prepared to get into outdoor. But going from basketball practice straight to indoor practice, it was like the worst thing ever. I like couldn't even bear to do it anymore. And I think being able to realize that, okay, like I need to stop, it allowed me to say, oh, I love basketball, but this is something where I can be the best at.
I can't imagine. Just thinking about running at all for me, and I'm like, I can't be out there. I can't do that. How do you mentally improve, or have you found that solution to mentally improve when you're on the track and even when you're off the track recovering as well? What do you go to? What do you do to make sure you're mentally fit?
I pray a lot right before I race or even after I race. It's something where it'll calm me down. I know that a prayer is not necessarily going to take me to beat someone, but it will guide me to be where I am. Yeah. And I think being able to mentally realize that, okay, like I know I need to trust in myself, but I need to trust in God too. And that's where I am able to just push through everything. I think during indoor, before the 400 or the 300, I was so nervous, and I just had to pray. And like even while I was racing, I felt like I was just like praying in my head, and I was like, okay, I need to continue to push. And the last like 10 meters, I was just like, yes, I got this, and I was able to push through.
Yeah, see, I'm one of those guys that's like, I don't want to talk to the athletes before they do anything. I don't want to knock them off the rhythm, because at the end of it, they could be like, oh yeah, that guy Eric Johnson threw her off. So I'm always like, I guess, cautious, but in a sense, I guess that could be superstitious. Like, just leave him alone. Don't say nothing to him. Because I feel like the simplest things can kind of get knocked off in those bigger moments. But to know that you have those nerves and that anxiety sometimes, does that push you to, I guess, come out in a more positive result than you may think going into it?
It definitely does push me. I used to do theater, so I used to perform in front of like hundreds of people, and I was never scared before performances. But then before track meets, I always get like butterflies in my stomach, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm nervous for like a good reason. I know that I can get to where I want to be, but I know that I also need to execute the race how I've been practicing, and I can't just like let go and be free while I'm running, but I need to do what we've been practicing.
Well, I guess that kind of makes sense. There could be more people watching you, I guess, at a track meet as opposed to, Liberty University can be a little, everybody there, it could be a little cumbersome there. Theater, touch on that a bit. When did that stop? What did you take from that you still say, you know what, that was a pretty cool experience?
So I used to do theater when I think I started like 6, and then up until 8th grade year, right before COVID, that's when I stopped. But I was performing in at least 3 shows every year. And performing at like even the Jefferson Center, like huge places. But going from doing theater and then to a full-time athlete, it was definitely a big switch. But a lot of people ask me like, do I miss it? And of course I miss it, but I think theater has allowed me to just be more relaxed and be more myself while I'm running. Because most people think, oh, like a theater kid's not gonna have anything to say to like a track athlete. But learning how to just cope with like anxiety or anything like that definitely comes from theater. Aside
from theater, has there been another motivating force, a family member of one kind or another that's pushed you the most? And no pressure, because dad's just a couple feet away. But has it been dad? Is it mom? Is it someone else? I know you got a sister that's likely kind of running in your footsteps as well. No pun intended. But who's been that person?
It definitely has been my dad. He's been my coach for as long as I can remember. And every single sport, every single hobby that I do, he always tries to learn some of it so that he can coach me. Like even theater, he was able to like help me guide through that. But just through track, we've woken up early mornings to do lifting. We've done late night practices. He's watched numerous videos and will send me text messages even during school days and be like, okay, well, you need to fix this on your start, or Noah Lyle said this on your start, so you need to do this. Like, he's definitely been a big support in everything that I do.
Wow, no, that's huge. Knowing how successful he's been in the career he had in the past, obviously. And I guess before I even ask that, growing up, did you fight that tendency to be like, all right, I don't want to be in his shadow. Let me truly be my own person. Was that a motivating force at all, or was that never really an issue there?
When I was really young, it definitely was, because everyone would be like, oh, your dad was in the NFL, and I'd be like, I guess, like, sure. But I think now it's more, I went to like embrace his accomplishments too, and realize that if he wasn't there, I want to be here. So it's definitely like a big motivation to be like, oh, well, let me be bigger than him and be better.
Man, I like it. So now having had his stellar, track record of success, knowing that he kind of knows that at the least what you're going to get on a conditioning level at the college level, how nice has that been to hear him guide you through this process, even this summer? Because I heard him mentioning, hey, I'm going to get you to a certain point, but it's still going to get hard there. It's still going to get rough. Definitely
hearing him tell me like, oh, I need to actually like lock in and do my workouts and do everything. It's making me realize like, oh yeah, like he's been through it, if not worse. So I need to realize that I actually do need to do this and be ready, be prepared to do what Davidson has to offer for me.
As you enter Davidson, you mentioned they're three-time state champion, I believe 11 region nods or something like that. I lost count. It's somewhere around there. Have you had that moment yet? I know it's only been a few weeks removed from high school. You had that moment yet to say, man, I did a lot?
Even before states at the region, or not even at the region track meet, at one of the home meets where it was a senior acknowledgement and they were just listing like all the accomplishments. I think them like listing that out, and I was like, they're naming a lot of things that I've done, and that was even before states or before regions. So that's like 4 more titles that were added onto that. But just hearing all that, I'm like, wow, I've actually done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was sitting there at the signing day. I'm like, oh, right. I mean, I do got to drive back to Roanoke. Like we gotta speed this list up here. Davidson, why was that the choice? When did that become known in your mind? Hey, I wanna go down there.
Numerous of interviews that I've done, I've always said that Davidson just felt like home. It just felt like a small community, which I am used to coming from Christiansburg. It's very small. Everyone knows each other, and that's what Davidson felt like. It felt like no matter where I go, I was going to see someone I was going to meet someone who'll support me. And I think that was a big thing, just having the support and the love from the coaches. Even before I signed with them, I've been talking to their coaches for so long that I know them like family now.
Wow.
So definitely just having the people around me like that, it's going to be a huge improvement to my career.
I know the track community in a sense is still kind of tight knit, and I couldn't help but think of some of the ones in the previous years at state meets that may have been I don't know, I guess not a motivating force, but also just some positive vibes on the track. I couldn't help but think of Simone Hamler from last year, and just seeing how she looked going into one of those final races. You keep in contact with those that continue to excel also at that next level to make sure not only that your game and your track awareness is up to par, but you just stay in contact with them for good conversation as well.
No, definitely. Simone and my coach's son, I keep in contact with both of them, and I even watched Simone race at an indoor race recently, or not recently, but during indoor season.
Sure.
And just seeing them, to know that I used to like practice with them and I used to race against her, definitely. It was just like, wow, like I'm going to be there soon. So I need to that was definitely a big like push to my mindset. And I realized that I needed to keep moving, and that I'm going to be racing her even in in our next conference, because we're in the same conference. So it's going to be like it's going to be like just back at the rivalry that we had there in high school.
Other than college, I shouldn't say other than that because that's huge, but your big goals moving forward, how far you want to take this thing? Are we thinking that big O word at some point, or I don't want to put the pressure there, but how far truly do you want to take this here?
I think I really want to see how college track has me, and just to do my best at that first. Of course, like going to the Olympics, that's like a big thing, and even going professional, that's a big thing. And I want to just take advantage of college life and college track right now, and just to do my best at that, and then wherever it goes from there.
What do you say to the kids that are going to be looking up to you now, or that already are looking up to you in terms of their dreams, their aspirations, sister included? What do you say to them in terms of staying on course and making sure that they stay on the right path?
I think it's easy to get distracted and want to go hang out with your friends and do this stuff too, but it's really easy to also manage both of them. And once you realize that you can manage both of them, you'll be happier in life. You'll be able to succeed in your sports and your other hobbies, and then also have a lot of friends and just to form relationships inside of your sport too, and that's a big thing.
Yeah, can you touch on that, just the discipline that it has taken the past couple of years? I mean, I don't know everything you may have had to sacrifice, but I imagine an outing here or two, right, with the friends that you mentioned. How hard has that been? But at the same token, seeing the other side of that, how nice has it been as well?
I think for a big example for me was right before the first 2 weeks before states. There was a lot of things going on. School had just ended, and having to focus and realize, okay, I'll get to have my summer and my fun after states ends. So just making sure that I was putting all of my effort toward this so that I could have fun. And I knew that if I didn't succeed well in states, I would have been way more upset about that afterwards than way more upset about missing an event during that time period.
Yeah.
So it's like a big thing to just keep realizing that once you work towards something, there's going to be time for you to have fun afterwards.
My last question, who's Davidson getting in terms of not only the student athlete, but the person, Leila, as well? Who are they getting down there?
I think they're going to realize that they're getting someone who actually cares about what they're doing and who they talk to and who they love. And I think a big thing that I hold is like comfort, and I want to just give that to everyone, even through track, and just to show everyone that I am reliable to hold on to.
That's beautiful. We're looking forward to see what you're doing at Davidson. Of course, we'll keep in close contact with you as well. I'm sure Dad won't let us go without hearing at least one or two results there. But Leila Haley, we appreciate your time, and congratulations. Best wishes down at Davidson, just a couple weeks away, right?
Thank you. Yes.
My goodness, it's here. Leila Haley, ladies and gentlemen.